Westweird presents the long and short of it.
Hello and welcome to episode 6 of The Long and Shot of It.
Hello.
If you don't know by now, it's a show where two legendary folk, we drink beers, ales, anything we can get our hands on, and we answer hilarious questions. So, Evo,
Hello.
how you feeling?
I'm okay, yeah. We are back in Warsaw, which is nice. We are back in Cats. We're upstairs in the Jockey Wilson suite.
Exclusive.
And it's a nice little room here. Vending retro gaming machine is to our right, which we should possibly have you go on later.
Absolutely.
And last night I just drew my trade on Miss Pac-Man on it, so yeah, we're all the same for that, I think.
Absolutely. So, we are starting today off with a bit of AJ's Brewery, a local brewery.
It is, yeah, like it's Warsaw, run by the very lovely couple Andy and Charlotte. Nice couple, good friends, yeah, nice people, nice brewery, and they do very good ale, to be fair.
Well, let's give it a sample.
This one is called Snap,
Tackle and Drop.
Brewed for the Six Nations, but also at the moment we can just say for Warsaw Rugby Club, yesterday finished runners up in their division, so well done to them.
Well done, fellas.
Yeah.
This is a 3.8, so a nice chilled start to the
Nice
day.
way to start the day.
Oh, okay. That's nice and pleasant.
It's very good, to be fair. I think it's part of AJ's, they do a brewery a month, and this is their with April, so
Okay. Well.
my achievement. Yeah, and I'm already slurring my words and
Right.
Jesus.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Good, and it's good night for me.
See you next week. So, you ready for the icebreaker?
Oh yes, I'll do like the old break, yeah.
I think we need one.
Live my best, I think we need one.
So the icebreaker today is, who do you believe is the true king of burgers? Any timeline, we can have Wimpy, we can have Little Chef, we can have whoever we want.
Oh, we do love a Wimpy, don't we? And there's a Wimpy not too far away from here, just over the border in Staffordshire, which I was going to go to back in November, and then the trains were cancelled due to trespassers on the line. So thank you, trespassers, for stopping me getting to Wimpy. Well, I do like my 99p double cheeseburger at McDonald's. Don't really do burgers at Burger King because they just seem very expensive. But I do like the fact in Burger King you've got that, I don't know if it's for every Burger King, where you do your own vending machine.
Oh yeah.
Coke.
Mix and match.
Yeah, you can have like cherry Coke or apple Coke, and you can just fill up to the top, have a quick cheeky slurp, and then just top it up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Burger King for drinks, McDonald's for muffins and cheeseburgers and filet of fish for my life, and Wimpy for a good old bit of nostalgia and trespassers.
Okay. Well, I'm a fan of the old Five Guy. The Five Guys burgers, but then again, if Burger King prices are a bit extortionate, I think you need to remortgage your house to afford a Five Guys. But the quality is definitely worth it.
There was talk of getting a Five Guys in Warsaw, but the building's still empty, so I think that ship may have sailed, to be fair.
So, not even one guy.
Not even one guy,
Yeah, I used to love the Burger King in Warsaw when I used to come to theatre rehearsals. I would often stop by the Burger King in the High Street for a cheeky burger or two.
but we've now only got the one in the Sadler Centre, but we have now got a brand new sexy one up on the retail park, even a drive-through, which I've not kicked off yet, so I shall be doing that very soon, I think.
Okay.
I do like my food research, we've got to give it.
Some may say our food research is better than our beer research.
But we like to be thorough on both fronts, really well.
Well, I'm enjoying this, AJ.
Yes, thank you, Andy, thank you, Charlotte.
Indeed, thank you very much. It's not a brewery I'd heard of, but it's definitely one I'll be checking out again.
They do an open day last Saturday of the month, so it's up on Longacre Street. So yeah, well, you know, head down to AJ's and they're really, really good. Yeah.
It's that good. It only lasted the icebreaker.
Oh.
So, where are we moving to next? We are on the Hopmaster, and we're going for a bit of Hority.
Okay.
Is this something you've sampled before?
I have not, no, it's a new one on me, so yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's new to me too. Hopmaster leaves me a bit nervous.
Yeah, I felt like going half master. You know, for all you Ken Bruce fans out there.
God rest his soul.
Not dead, he took gone to more money on another station.
Yeah, the backlash was a bit extensive for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Radio Teach Twitter is not fun at the moment.
So, Ken Bruce, you know, we like these shout outs. Come and join us. There's a chair here just for you.
Absolutely.
Right, we'll jump and get the Hopmaster, and we'll be right back. And now have to really lean to turn. Okay, we are back, and we are once again PA-less, so we get to be a bit naughty and silly for 30 seconds until she comes back from the loo. Again, just like to shout out the unseen hero behind the scenes, Sammy.
Sammy? Hello, Sammy, even though she's not here at the moment.
She does phenomenal work. Like I said, hasn't quite hit the pay rise bracket just yet, but she's close. She's close. Right.
I hope during a winter of discontent and don't strike with us.
You know, sometimes you forget that you need the person to count the cables and make sure everything's in the bag, because our first venture to the Amazing Cats, I arrived without an extension lead, and we had to be saved by the fantastic staff from the pub. So yes, definitely in need of a checklist, I think.
So.
Right, we are here with Hopmaster. This is Pretty.
Sammy's back in the room, so we've got to stop the open.
Yeah. What's Davina McCall, was it? Don't say fuck all bugger?
Oh no, I just said fuck all bugger.
Right, we're going. Peretti. So, as we sample this delightful beverage.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, 2 for 2 so far. That's quite refreshing, that one.
Yeah, nice.
We're going to get into our next question, which is a fantastic one, may I just say.
Okay.
I know I probably say that about 90% of these questions, but I genuinely think that this is up there. So, if EvoFest or Westweird's Wonderfest was to be a thing and it existed in the world, who would you book as your headlining act for your festival?
I think I'd get the Doors, because you know they're a really good band, and my right mate also absolutely loves the lead singer Jim. What's his name? Jim
Morrison.
Yeah. So I'd book the Doors for Water, keep him happy. Always wanted to see R.E.M. Always wanted to see R.E.M. So book them as the 4 piece as they were. So they'd definitely be one of the put them in the past bracket now. Don't think they've disbanded. I mean, there's so many fantastic artists out there. You know, I'd love to see the Killers. You know, they'd be fantastic. And you know,
Yeah, I saw the Killers at EvoFest many years ago. They're just phenomenal, you know. Phenomenal.
and as today would have been Terry Hall's birthday, you know, to throw the specials in there. You know,
Okay.
because they were just groundbreaking, legendary, and did so much on so many levels. So yeah, let's throw the specials in as well, just as a little tribute to Terry Hall, because he's an absolute top man.
Absolutely.
And of course, if you've got Terry Hall there, you've got a chance of getting Jane Riggs in, or the Lightning Seeds tagging along as well. So win-win-win.
I reckon I would go. I'd book for today. I would book probably. Oh wow, it's got me stumped. I'd book in Biffy Clyro, because Biffy Clyro are doing phenomenal things, and also they headlined a festival which was actually one of my favourite festivals of all time, called Sonosphere, and a lot of people threw a lot of hate at Biffy Clyro for no reason really. They're a stunning band, and they blew everyone away. So definitely get them on board. Saw them recently as well, and they've still got it. They're still smashing it out, and I just hope that one day they get enough money together where they can buy T-shirts, because the poor lads are always stood with the tops off, and they must be real cold in the winter, you know. So if we can all just chip around and get Biffy Clyro some T-shirts, yeah, we'd appreciate it.
I'd like that up, yeah.
I'm going to go with the Beatles. I think that whether you like them or hate them, I reckon there's no denying that the Beatles, they were quite the phenomenon back in the day.
Absolutely, yeah. Come together, it's just an amazing song.
It is. So I'll probably do them. I'd like to see some form of Aussie, like prime era Aussie, on stage, because I mean, a lot of people were burnt recently by the news that they will not get to see that gig that they've waited 3+ years for. But I've seen Ozzy a few times in different variations as Sabbath and on his own, and he's been good, he's been great, and he's been poor. So I think an Ozzy in his prime, I'd definitely love to see a bit of that. And as we've already struggled our way through this, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So they're my three headliners. What a show that would be! Biffy Clyro, the Beatles, and prime era Ozzy.
Yeah, sounds like a good one to me, man. Yeah.
Although, going back to a previous episode, I'm really distracted today. There's this barrel in front of me, and it's got rivets that I can't help but twist. So I'm sorry if you see me playing with my knobs down here.
You're twisting my rivets, man.
But anyway, I'd like to just dive back to an earlier episode and say, I mean, headliner material, I'm not sure, but give the people of Unhinged another shout out. I reckon we give them a TLC tables, ladders and chairs match and see what they can do with that, because that'll be highly entertaining.
Pray for the chairs already. I am now also distracted by these rivets on that. Don't stop looking at them.
So, yeah, that would be my festival.
Fair play. Sounds good to me then.
I really like that question until you realise that you have to give an answer. I think that's sometimes the hardest part about these questions. You think, well, that's a good question now.
Yeah.
And you think, oh shit, I've got to answer it.
Yeah, what on?
All in the name of entertainment, eh? We do this job so you don't have to, yeah? Right.
And we really don't enjoy it at all. Look at this empty glass. God.
Right, I want to slip a quick one in there. This is a bit of a cheap one because I've done this as a shout out and I don't know the guy. Many people do. He's either loved or hated. But Shane Dawson, do you know Shane Dawson? Everyone doesn't know Shane Dawson. He's a YouTuber. He delves into. He's got his own podcast now. He said he liked our stuff so much that he was going to go into it himself. He's got about 1.7 million followers.
Just something inspired in that.
Yeah, something small like that. So yeah, I just thought I'd give Shane Dawson a shout out just to try and get him some followers, get him some views. So Shane, thank you very much. But in his latest podcast, he did pose the question, which is why I'm taking it as a shout out to us, because if a question is posed in whatever format, it's still asked. So he asked what our favourite conspiracy theory would be.
Oh, my favourite one is the Titanic. The fact that the Titanic sank before the Titanic, and the actual Titanic was sank was actually the sister ship called the Olympic.
Okay.
So obviously the Titanic sank, and they thought, oh shit, Titanic's supposed to be setting sail in 3 weeks, so they got the sister ship, took the Olympic names off it, and rebranded it as the Titanic, and there you go, jobs are good. The ship that can't sink has already sank, so
we'll try again.
Cop out this one. Yeah, so yes, and then the Olympic that could sink did sink because it wasn't the Titanic. So yeah, that is probably my favourite conspiracy theory. I know our mutual friend Wayne, he's all over the Titanic, so I'm not sure if he's aware of this conspiracy theory, but if he's not, I'm sure he'll be googling it later.
Wasn't there a third sister ship as
the
well?
yeah, there was another one I can't
The
think what that
Britannic,
one's called.
was it? The Olympic, the Titanic, and I'm sure it was the Britannic.
Britannic.
I mean, don't ask me. I just, drink beer and talk shite, but it sounds about right.
But I do love conspiracy theories. I'm always open to them. So, yeah,
So let me tell you what we're going to do, because it's topical. I reckon we're going to use this as a platform to go and try out the Titanic stout.
No, that's a good intersection. I like that. That's a good.
We always bring it back.
Everything always comes back to the beer. So it's good intent.
But before we head off to grab our Titanic stout, I would like to say my favourite conspiracy theory is that we are all in fact living in a simulation.
Oh, okay.
And that the memory of this simulation is coming to an end, hence why they have to keep rewriting things, hence why conspiracy Mandela effects exist, is because they've rewrote the simulation that we're in and they've got bits wrong.
Oh, okay.
Including stuff like spelling mistakes and things like that, where things that you remember being spelled a certain way are no longer spelled that way.
Is that why people keep spelling colour without a U? Really fucking annoying.
No, unfortunately, that is just the Yanks.
Just creeping in over here more and more and more. And it makes me angrier and angrier. But kids, stop doing it.
Right, we shall be back. To give you a bit of a heads up, Titanic, I haven't had the stout. However, they are my current favourite brewery for their plum porter. It's one of my favourite drinks of all time, and I even like to cook with it. Ooh. So it's a very versatile beverage. I'm hoping the stout does a similar job. We shall see you shortly.
Bye-bye.
Okay, we are back with the Titanic as promised, and like that conspiracy theory, we are looking at the darkest Titanic you've ever seen. Well, that's like
So it's Titanic stout, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't do stout, and I think I've discussed on previous episodes, but
Yeah. Plum
Not
porter,
bad.
this is not, but we shall see. Yeah,
it's stouty.
yeah,
I'll give
it
that,
is, yeah.
Does it says on the tin?
It is sat at a, let me just check the old, no, well, check the beer left over there. That's how I knew that they had it. Right. It's sat at a 4.5%, this one.
It
Would
is
you-
very pleasant, to be fair.
We haven't rated anything this episode, either, have we?
No,
Just
the
noticed.
ratings have quickly gone out the window.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair. It's all, this is good, move on. But yeah, so Titanic Brewery, or Olympic Brewery, if you're a conspiracy theorist, yes, we salute you on your stout.
Yeah. They're doing some good things at Titanic. Except staying afloat. Ho ho!
I can hear Celine Dion warming her throat as we speak.
I have noticed we are currently sat at episode 6, and I have noticed that we have many themes that keep reoccurring in our episodes, and it's quite entertaining. I'm sure Celine Dion has made a cameo in a couple of episodes.
Yeah, later. We all love a bit of Celine Dion, don't we?
Granted, I am just going off the edit, so I do apologise if I've sent any spoilers ahead. But I am currently we've currently edited, and episode 3 will be dropping today on the day of this episode's being shot. So yeah, we do film a bit in advance. So episode 3 will be dropping today, and it's a good one. You should maybe check it out.
Stand by your dial, as they used to say. Back in the 70s, target audience reference.
Okay, so next question.
Next question, I'm nearly out of Titanic stout already in the question.
What sport would be made even better by adding mandatory drinking to it?
Oh, well. Darts used to be so much more fun when there's drinking involved in that. It's all a bit. I know it still gets hyped and darts is still brilliant, but back when you had to drink on stage, it was so much more fun, isn't it? Kabaddi. I think if all the Kabaddi players turned up sloshed, that would be a lot more entertaining. I mean, it's always entertaining when they're all piling. Just like an Indian road and British bulldog, really, isn't it? Imagine playing that just completely twatted. I mean, that just be. Some of all viewing figures would go through the roof, you know what I mean? There would be no privatising with them if that was on offer. So, Drunken Kabaddi, yes, we'll have a bit of that.
I would go with Grand National.
Grand National.
All jockeys must take a shot as they do each lap.
Absolutely.
And hold on for dear life.
Wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
WWE, two absolutely K-like blokes putting each other through tables. I mean, that's what the fans want, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I know Steve Austin has a can or two at the end of his bouts, but if you turned up with a couple already in his system, I mean, that'd be so much joy. Tiger Harry Singh turns up with a big bottle of Cobra. That'd just be superb, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Drunken wrestling. Yes.
The Cobra clutch.
Instead of being put through a table, you get twatted with the table from behind. You know what I mean?
But the caveat is, before you can put them through the table, you and your team have to drink the drinks that are on the table, so that it's a clear
the table before you can get at it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know that thing where they climb up onto the top rope in the corner, and then they chuck somebody onto the table. The table's full of empty glasses and bottles. That's going to be a bit more entertaining, isn't it? You know what I mean? Cricket. Imagine if you're completely out your tree and you're there at the wicket just, I mean, I know, oh, I forgot his name, but the bloke just smashes them for six all left, right, and centre. But if you're just doing it because you're off your tree, and the bowlers can hardly stand as they're running up, that's going to be so much more entertaining.
Yeah, and I think we'd finally get a chance of beating India because their tolerance game is off.
Absolutely.
It might finally see England thriving in sport once again.
Well, booze is involved, yeah. Italians rules the waves, but we're all twatted.
Well,
Titanic, yeah.
I'm seeing a chain of events here where each drink is no longer surviving a single question.
Yes, I don't know if we need to be worried about this or spend less time talking and less time drinking.
However, I will say Titanic have done it again. That was quite pleasant.
Very good, yeah. I think I'm getting to my strengths now since you started introducing me to them during these podcasts.
Yeah, I've started to notice this about myself too. Drinks that I said that I wasn't a fan of, we've debuted them on here, and I've loved them. So maybe it's just the thrill of the entertainment flair that brings out the best in beers.
And if you remember what I was looking at then, I was watching Sean fingering the rivets again. If you remember my eyes were focused down Sean's lap, I was actually watching his fingering the rivets game.
We will have to show you said rivets because
very riveting.
yes, and if we do continue to use this room at the Cats, we may have to set up elsewhere so the distraction is not so noticeable.
Yeah. Or we might have to break the anti-death rules and swap places so I can sit there playing with the rivets.
Okay, where are we going to next?
Playing with my rivets, do not disturb.
So, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are reaching the cider portion of the event.
Oh, we like a cider.
And today's, we are going for, I don't know what the actual name of it is, but I've written down, it's by Friel's Brewery, and I've just wrote it down as Vintage. So I don't know whether that's the name but I'm excited. So we do have it here. We just need to do the split. We'll do that off camera, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I was meant to have taken that time to check my notes and see what it was actually called. Didn't do that, so this is just called Vintage. It looks good. It smells real good. Let's see how it tastes.
I don't know, I've suddenly just in that little time it took Sean to separate it, I've just suddenly got the giggles. I apologise now if I'm just going to spend the rest of this evening giggling.
So
cider?
Yeah. It's vintage.
It's vintage, yeah. It's crisp, it's pleasant.
I've never heard of these before.
I've heard of anafrill, but not of food.
Yeah, it's alright. It tastes like one of those home press ones. You know what I mean? You get certain types of cider, don't you? It feels like a scrumpy almost.
Yeah, doesn't.
So, let's try and squeeze two questions out of this
Put the glass down.
sampler. So the first would be, what would your weapon of choice be in a zombie apocalypse?
It's hard to immediately, not count the Shaun of the Dead picky bat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a sturdy object. I'll tell you what I'm not going for. I'm not going for anything that requires ammunition.
Yeah.
That's just a bad choice.
It's clunky, it's time consuming.
Yeah.
You have to reload.
And it's usually loud.
Yeah. And we don't like loud, do we?
No.
Well, we do like loud if it's music or a football crowd, but not weapons.
Again, wouldn't go for any sort of blade either because the dullness of that blade is going to be very what's the word? Instantaneous. And you ain't going to have time to be sharpening your blades. You're not going to get your kitchen master out and start sharpening your sword, are you? So I think it's definitely.
You don't be sharpening your sword in front of zombies.
Oh no. So it's definitely the blunt force trauma that we're looking for, I think.
I'm thinking like a nice clothesline prop. It's going to have a good length on it, so you don't have to get too close. It'll be light, versatile. You know, once you've killed all the zombies, you can hang your clothes up and you wash the blood off them. You know, yeah. And if you break it, you know, you're only going to look in someone's garden, you'll probably find another one. So you know what I mean? There's plenty of them about.
Yeah.
Not like these computer games where you run out of your weapon, you've got to like go for 10 minutes to look for a new one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clothesline props are, you know, £10 a penny.
And if you take the clothesline as well, that's a you know a secondary accessory.
Yeah, you can tow up the zombies.
Yeah.
With the clothesline.
Yeah.
So sounds like a win-win to me. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
But then again, you know, I quite like, you know, going back to wrestling. I once saw a man hit another man with a dustbin, and I thought that was quite cool. You know, I was all over that. So maybe, you know, I mean, I know it's all wheelie bins nowadays, and they're big and bulky and probably heavier than your aluminium bin of the 80s. But yeah, you know, if there's somebody else out there from the 80s with an aluminium bin, yeah, I'd like to wrap one of them around the zombies' head. I ain't lifting up a wheelie bin now, that can sort of.
Yeah, I reckon we've covered our bases there. You want a sturdy either baseball or cricket bat, didn't you, as your primary?
Yeah.
Then, like you say, get the clothesline.
Yeah. Or give it a Winchester and wait for it all to blow up.
Yeah, absolutely. Worked out well enough for them.
Certainly did. Yeah. Jobs are good.
And dogs can look up.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's something in the water today. So, let's try and sneak a cheeky wild card in here while we stretch out this last bit of frill cider. So, is cereal a soup?
Sorry, I'm looking at our producer got the help. She just. Is cereal a soup?
Yes. So
okay, like most of my school exams, I do not understand the question.
So, when you look at the very definition of a soup,
it's like quite soupy.
It is a liquid. It is a liquid food with bits in. Cereal.
Discuss.
Is bits in a liquid base.
Yeah, but soup comes pre-made. With cereal, you have to put a third party in it yourself. You know what I mean?
Fair play.
So, I mean, with cereal, you get, you know, pretty much 21% of your daily recommended riboflavin. I don't think you get that from soup, do you? You know, so. I mean, if I had to choose between a bowl of Cocoa Pops and a bowl of tomato soup, I'm going Cocoa Pops every time.
Absolutely.
And they're still called Cocoa Pops, although they changed the name.
I couldn't tell you. I only just realised that the sugar puffs are no longer sugar puffs.
No, it's not good.
They are Honey Monster oat puffs or some rubbish like that. So we've put a nail in that one, haven't we?
Oh, I don't think I even had a nail in it to start with, let alone put it in it. You know what I mean?
That's the easiest closed book wild card we've ever had.
Well, I think I've got no more names out for that question. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, this is becoming a problem where we're just surrounded by numerous half pint glasses. It's not a bad problem to have.
It's the only time you'll ever see me with half pint glass in my hand. Can I just put that out there for the people that don't know me? I am not Ken Barlow. I do not drink half pints normally.
Yes, we may not seem it, but we do try and stick to the drink responsibly. Hence why we only have our sampler sessions. Which I've just found out, by the way. If you go to the Tamworth Tap, which won the camera hub of the whatever it was, the year. Was it? I didn't know this until recently, but you can put a £10 note down, and they will give you a paddle with samples. Yeah. So we might have to give that a go. Okay, so there's a long's done. Shall we get a shot in there? Today's shot is extremely unusual, but
there's some that we prepared earlier.
But these shot glasses, by the way, are epic. They're real slammers. We shall not be slamming them.
We shall not.
But, they are.
This is a brand new bar, and we do not want to be slamming them.
They are fantastic shot glasses. So, let me take you on a little adventure. Went to Lichfield, fantastic place, for an all-day unlimited brunch thing at the winery, or the wine house, the A&M, the wine house. So I had to get confirmation of our PA there, because my memory is shoddy at best, mainly due to said shots. However, went to the wine house, had a nice bottomless brunch thing, lots of Prosecco and cocktails. Then discovered Lichfield has a pub that I absolutely love that no longer exists in Wolverhampton, which is The Walkabout. I love a good walkabout pub. I think that their layout is phenomenal. But anyway, in said walkabout, they were doing 6 shots for however many pound. And one of them was called the peanut butter and jelly shot, which consists of this beautiful little beast. This is sheepdog, and it is a peanut butter whiskey. And it smells amazing. I would not recommend this to anyone with a nut allergy. Or a sheepdog allergy.
We would not advise it.
Oh. How you feeling?
Yeah. That's right, that is, isn't it?
It's got like a sugary, like a sweet
very
cut
pleasant,
fruit.
isn't it? Oh yeah, nice. I'm going to one of these on Saturday.
So that was the sheepdog, and I've realised that there is still one question left. So
okay.
We're going to do some sort of reflection moment where we've had a drink in hand. We're going to answer this question, which is: what would make a better roommate, a goat or a chimp?
Does the goat contain milk?
It does, yes.
Okay, well that's his first selling point, isn't it? Goat can provide me with milk.
So,
we have to get up and go to the fridge.
So if your goat provides milk, that means that you can make some Cheerio soup.
Cheerio soup, yeah. The goat can also be turned into a curry at the end.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's another good selling point for him. I'm not sure yet what the chimp is bringing to the party. Modern carnage, really.
I mean, you wouldn't have to mow any sort of lawn even with a goat, would you?
No, that's a plus point.
They deal with that, wouldn't they? Like I suppose a chimp.
They could everything, wouldn't they?
Yeah, unless you.
You can have a tea party. That's his selling point.
They can wear suits, can't they? Chimps. wear little outfits.
And you can play the piano like they did in the old PDT tablets. Unfortunately, I don't have a piano, so he's his bollocks there. He'd have to bring his own.
And that was probably against his will. Yeah, goats seem like they seem like just an overall winner again, don't they?
Yeah, I'm going goats. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean chimps are cool. Like they've got the they've got the ability to
Play piano.
play piano, and
Wear suits.
you can maybe ask them to go to the bar so we can stay streaming. You know, they can come and get our long and shorts for us, but
we do.
yeah, goats. I mean, solely for the fact that you can get your milk and your curry from them.
Do you like milk and curry?
We do, yeah. A bit of curried goat goes a long way. Well, on that, on that
I'm
absolute.
genuinely lost for words for once. You know what I mean?
But look, we strive to improve these questions.
God. Well, I've got to honestly say I was not expecting that. You know, I'm not easily surprised, and I was like, oh, okay. I think we've answered it. Oh yeah, go.
So, just over a quarter of a way through the series that we had planned out, and we're already getting goats v chimps questions. So where will we go after these? I don't know.
God.
But we'll find out together, hopefully, if you stay around long enough. So that was episode 6, and I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. Good fun. Yeah.
Shane Dawson, keep striving for the clouds, mate. You'll get there. You'll be as big as us one day.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
It's been another lovely Sunday in the Fantastic Cats, and I love this room. It's a brilliant little room. The games machine is probably going to get tore up in this post-episode debacle. So
We will have our post-production meeting. Then we're going to go retro gaming, and I'm going to go marauding downstairs with some roast potatoes. So
yes.
Job is a good one.
And I'll just say, if you find yourself in the Cats, their pork sandwiches are amazing.
Oh yes.
Right, Evo, thanks again.
Thank you.
Absolutely
Cheers for
brilliant.
coming over. Thank you. It was a pleasure to welcome you to Warsaw, and Sammy as well, our lovely PA.
Absolutely.
Producer. Job's a good one.
So, from us, it's thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
You wave with my hand. No. Thank you very much. Cheers guys, everyone. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.